Welcome to another edition of Recovery Happens. This week we have Amanda, who's here to do a then and now of Recovery Happens.
5 years ago, when I last spoke with you, I was at a point in my recovery journey where I was really just trying to figure out who I was, what I stood for, and what life was going to be all about. I had overcome so many things, and I was in a season where I was just trying to align my purpose with whatever God's purpose was for me at that time. My life is nothing short of a miracle, and I get to go to a treatment center and help other people figure out where they're going and which way they're taking, and I get to share my experience, strength, and hope with people, which my story, as well as a lot of others I've heard, are heartbreaking, and some people need that hope, that you can come back from anything. Some of the biggest challenges I faced 5 years ago was falling in a trap of not thinking that I was worthy enough and trying to do everything I could and more to prove so. Working and school and all of the things, I just fell in this trap where I went from not doing enough in my disease to trying to do everything in my recovery, and I had to really find a point of balance with that. A turning point would probably be some of the fear that I got to walk through in my recovery. I learned that the only limits that exist are those that I put on myself. And so a big thing for me was stepping out in a really bold career move that could have gone the wrong way, but by grace it hasn't. And challenging myself to go into arenas and places with people that I never imagined myself belonging. I would say walking through that situation really opened my eyes to that we can do anything we put our minds to. I gained the most hope in earlier recovery from others who had achieved what I wanted at that time. I kept myself grounded in a community of people who were going a direction that I wanted to go in my life, and seeing some of those people achieve what at one time we thought was impossible was great hope to have. My recovery journey has evolved greatly in the last 5 years. When I was in my earlier stages of recovery, connection and support were very important. They still are, but that's changed. Now my journey evolved into pursuing education. I went back to school. I was an honor student, like who would have thunk. I'm currently at Ferris State pursuing my bachelor's. Go Bulldogs. I'm involved in my church more. So I used to attend a lot of meetings, and meetings are a great place to find recovery, and what that evolved into was finding different groups of people who were experiencing something that I wanted in my life and finding like a spiritual mentor. Some of the things I do to maintain my recovery today still are rooted in what I learned in the beginning, such as service. Serving others is the single most important thing. For me to be able to continue on, we can only keep what we have by giving it away. I'm involved in church. I'm involved with my family. My work is recovery oriented, so that is something that keeps me very involved in the new and the different things that are happening in the recovery field. I stay in the solution today, and my recovery journey, I think all along, was leading me towards a deeper relationship with my higher power, and that is, my faith is the most important thing in my recovery today. So 5 years ago, when I was last here, I was just starting off my career as a recovery coach at Sacred Heart. One of the best jobs I ever held in my life, and I look back on that time very fondly. What was happening during that time is I was really being set up for the next level. So I went on from there, and I started in St. Clair County Probation and Parole as a recovery coach. I was actually one of the first recovery coaches for the program for the Department of Corrections. When it started off, it was really hard because to come in with a recovery mindset in a corrections historically punitive environment was challenging, and it took the right amount of grit and perseverance, which I gained in my story, to stick it out. And because of that, after about a year and a half, we were able to expand through the whole state of Michigan, because really they saw the benefit of individuals who are under supervision having recovery coaches. So when that happened, I stepped into a role for the lead recovery coach for the department. So now I oversee the entire team of coaches throughout the state of Michigan. And I work with them, their development, their continued development, whether personally or professionally. We have public speaking opportunities. We do all kinds of things to try to promote recovery through this state. And show everyone that recovery happens, especially those that are coming out and may feel like they have so many things against them. So that has been incredibly important. One of my main roles in being a leader is making sure that I'm continuing to work on me. You can't take people where you haven't been. So that is one of the biggest lessons that I learned, is that with the coaches that I'm working with daily, I can't give great advice if I'm not living it out in my own life. So I challenge myself on many levels to make sure I'm plugged in and that I'm okay, that I'm doing ongoing therapy or meeting with a mentor or doing something to make sure my cup is full. And that's exactly what I teach the coaches under me to do as well. We can't pour from an empty cup, especially in the recovery field. And so often we can get caught up in the busyness of the work and also living in both lives because we're doing it personally and professionally. But I teach our coaches, we really go over boundaries quite often, and that we have to have those good boundaries for our own mental health. My hopes for the next 5 years, to be back here, my hopes for the next 5 years are to continue to be happy, to continue to just experience joy on the journey of recovery. I went through periods of my recovery where I was striving, where I was learning balance. I've gone through many challenges in recovery. Everyone has. Life on life's terms. It's very difficult for most of us. And I'm at a point where I am ready to just really enjoy the fruits of my labor, I guess you could say, but really just enjoy the gift that I get to live in every day. This is such a blessing. There was one wrong thought could have taken this entire life from me, and my goal is just to be present, be the best mom I can, be the best leader, wife, and friend to those around me, and really just show and showcase that recovery can happen for any of us.
Thank you for watching this edition of Recovery Happens. If you or someone you know is struggling with addiction, please give us a call at 888-68-BW-ROCK.